What's up, guys, and welcome to another edition of Pro Wrestling Pulse. Alongside my father, B Daddy J. I'm J-Man. In this edition of the Pulse, going to give you our WWE Survivor Series 2012 preview coming this Sunday on pay-per-view. Obviously, one of WWE's biggest pay-per-views of the year.
Is it?
I was getting ready to say of the last 10 years or so, obviously has diminished in the overall bigness of it. Obviously, with this traditional Survivor Series tag matches, I'm not really being too in the forefront of this pay-per-view where it should be a lot of the times, but it is still technically one of the big four of WWE's calendar year, so we're going to be getting that this Sunday. This is shooting this before SmackDown this week, so there's a possibility of adding some stuff. Doesn't look like they can add too much more, but
they better find something.
This will be the card. Hopefully, not hopefully, maybe they'll add some more. Going into the pay-per-view this Sunday. First matchup with the Divas title on the line, when champion Eve goes up against number one contender Caitlyn. Caitlyn earning her number one contendership on this past edition of Raw. Obviously, they continue the stuff going on with Caitlyn. They're still trying to figure out who Caitlyn's attacker was at Night of Champions, all that kind of BS. Had the triple threat last month, the Hell in a Cell. Eve retained there. I keep thinking that they're going to just give the title to Caitlyn, and they always just keep it on Eve. Obviously, she's probably the most solid diva they have right now on the roster, which isn't saying much. But I'm going to go with Caitlyn. It just keeps seeming like they're going to give the title to Caitlyn. I mean, she's always the girl that they keep throwing out there. The crowd seems to somewhat get behind her. I really don't know, but maybe they'll have an outcome, the conclusion with the whole angle they're doing with who attacked her. They'll find out it's Eve, whatever it is. But I guess I'll keep going with Caitlyn.
Give it to Caitlyn. You can build something up with her and what's-her-face, AJ Lee down the road. Eve is their best-looking, to me, most athletic diva. What? Oh, who's better than Eve athletically?
Sarah Del Rey.
Really? You seen her wrestle lately?
Yeah, I have.
Not on any not any one of the 55 shows. I haven't even seen her at WWE Slam in the morning.
She's going to be making all the future divas better. That's for damn sure.
She better get to work, and she's got a lot of work to do. But give it to Caitlyn. I don't know if she wins for sure, but I'd like to see it on Caitlyn. Even though I'm not a huge fan, but maybe you can work off AJ and get her wrestling now and try and add at least another diva to the mix.
Gail Kim's more athletic. 2012 Women's Wrestler of the Year, by the way.
She quit, and she's probably one of the most overrated divas of all time.
Oh my God, I want to punch you in your face right now.
Just saying. I haven't seen her do anything in...
Oh, except for...
Anything. I have not seen her do anything in 5 years.
Sure, you open your eyes, maybe?
Yeah, I saw her leave a rumble.
Next matchup, we have the United States Championship on the line. One champion, Antonio Cesaro. Cesaro goes up against R-Truth. Where the hell did that come from? All of a sudden, were you trying to yawn and you coughed? That was really smooth. I'm going to be a hard ass and play all cool. Dumbass. I don't know where that came from. Just randomly, R-Truth is now the number one contender to Antonio Cesaro's United States Championship. What I look for here is Antonio Cesaro dominating the shit out of R-Truth like he's done with everybody and quickly becoming one of the most dominant and best United States champions in WWE's current United States history. Just championship history. Because he's just been destroying, looking outstanding, and everything he's been doing as predicted by everybody on this show, because Antonio Cesaro is the fucking shit. And he will retain the United States Championship and move on and continue to just build up his whole thing he got going on right now at WWE, and I can't, love it anymore. It's outstanding, and Antonio Cesaro, still your United States Champion.
I'm so glad Vince decides to charge me $49.95 to watch a SmackDown match. Thank you, Vince. That's all I got to say about that.
It'll probably be on Raw. We'll probably have this match on Raw.
Maybe
it was on main event.
This probably see it on Saturday Morning Slam.
No, that's like they show random Power Rangers Tiger Force or whatever the fuck they're called.
This is just ridiculous. I mean, I don't like this whole... I'm just going to be honest with you. I don't like this card at all. The whole card. I'm paying for 1.5 matches. Is what I'm paying for.
Oh, I mean, you could be paying for the unexpected. What could end up happening?
It better be really unexpected and really good. Because right now I'm going into it bad.
Speaking of what could possibly be unexpected, we have the World Heavyweight Championship on the line. One champion Big Show goes up against Sheamus. If you want to have a definition of a we're running out of ideas kind of thing, this is what's going on with the World Heavyweight Championship. We saw it with Sheamus and Del Rio. We're seeing it with Big Show and Sheamus. The whole world title situation just screams for a Dolph Ziggler cash-in, just to freshen up the World Championship, because it's just been stale as hell. Everything that Sheamus did for the months that he had it, now Big Show winning it just randomly out of nowhere and holding that in what was a surprisingly good match at Hell in a Cell. It was pretty good there, I will say that. But yeah, it's just none of this is what should be going on with the World Championship. It's all about what Dolph Ziggler is going to do with the World Championship, and I pray that he cashes in here. Now I know it's going to be a lot harder, seeing how he's the captain of the traditional Survivor Series tag match, which we'll get to next. Obviously, it's going to be a lot harder. He probably was going to face Cena in a singles matchup if he wasn't going to be in that traditional, if they didn't change the whole situation what they were going on at the top of the card. He probably was going to be in a singles matchup there, which would have made it a little bit more likely. But I could still see it here. Either way, I don't give a shit if he was in 8 matches this entire card. He needs to be the most important thing Dolph Ziggler needs to be in this card is the last seconds of this matchup, doing whatever it is to win the World Championship, cashing in and getting the hell out of there, and freshening up that title, because that's what we need. If not, and we just get another just whatever Big Show Sheamus match, which again it could surprise and be all right, but this just screams for a cash in. But if not, I'm going to go with Big Show. I don't know who would win, if they'd have Sheamus win, then Ziggler cash in, or if they just have Big Show retain and do kind of what they did with Daniel Bryan last year at TLC. Whatever it is, just please Dolph, cash this in.
And just by you saying that,
it won't happen.
Exactly. I mean, if it did happen, it'd be one of the weakest ass cashes in ever of a Money in the Bank, because it's so expected there. I mean, the best part of these Money in the Banks that we've had, since they started doing Money in the Banks, is the cash-ins where everybody finally forgets about it and he comes in and takes it. But right now, everybody's looking for that cash-in because they're so bored with the Sheamus act. Sheamus is entertaining, don't get me wrong. Big Show, I actually like Big Show, but it's getting so boring and stale, like he was saying, that everybody's looking for that cash-in, which kills the spontaneity of it. Yeah, but I mean, to kill the spontaneity of it is better for the World Championship, though. Just get the damn title on him to move on to bigger and better things. Because I think the surprise of it is going to be just ruined anyway, because everybody's obviously expecting it and wanting it to happen. See, now the unexpected would have been last year during Hell in a Cell to cash it in off a Big Show and have him only hold the title for like 10 seconds. But we were talking about that before. Yeah, but I think while you were watching that match, as the match in Hell in a Cell got better and better, as the match went on longer and longer, you're thinking, hell, this is actually pretty good. That's true. I think people kind of forgot toward the end, and then I think you guys were mentioning it as we were sitting there watching. It's like, oh, we're Dolph Ziggler, we got our little boners out. Oh, shut! You were captain. You were captain all about Dolph Ziggler. Shut the fuck up. But anyway, Big Show will retain here. Maybe they can find some creative way to change this. Right now, I don't see it, but I don't think they can go one more match after this. I don't think you can do it without losing the crowd. So. Yeah. Next matchup, we have the traditional Survivor Series Tag Team Elimination matchup featuring Team Ziggler, which consists of Captain Dolph Ziggler, Wade Barrett, Alberto Del Rio, and Rhodes Scholars, going up against Team Foley, consisting of Randy Orton, The Miz, Kofi Kingston, and Team Hell No. Obviously, all of this got all mixed up and changed up when they decided to make it a triple threat for the WWE Championship instead of doing Team Punk versus Team Foley. So now it really makes no sense, because Foley and Ziggler haven't really done anything but promo here and there kind of stuff. But obviously the setup was for Punk and Foley's team. The whole respect thing and wanting to go in there and have a team to go up against them and all that kind of stuff was set up that way. WWE obviously changed that up. Didn't think the tag match was going to draw. Wanted to put the WWE title triple threat with John Cena and Ryback against Punk, which obviously I thought made a lot more sense going into, or coming out of, what Hell in a Cell was, which I thought was the natural progression of what they were going to do with the title. But yeah, now having this tag match, throwing Ziggler as the captain, as we talked about in the world title matchup, with kind of drawing back now, maybe cashing in, seeing how he's in this big matchup, the only traditional Survivor Series match on this card. The only other thing I can think of out of this is me and Ryan were talking about it during Raw. Obviously, Miz, to everybody with the untrained eye, looks like he's just turning face, and maybe is just gonna change things up or whatever it is. To me, and also to Ryan, it looks like he could possibly turn on Team Foley, because inside of that, it looks like Mick Foley has wanted to have a match with The Miz for a really long time. He's talked about that for a really long time, and I think it would be fantastic for The Miz. I've made a comparison to thinking, if Miz and Foley could have a good kind of standout match to, turn a lot of heads to people, it would almost look back to, obviously I don't think it'd be the quality of what it was
in Backlash '04 with Randy Orton and Mick Foley and the kind of standout match that Randy Orton had and really vaulted his career up after that. It would be perfect for The Miz because he's just kind of stuck in a rut right now. It'd be interesting to see what they could do out of that. Obviously, Foley and is the complete outside of his career range, but could still, go in there and, make a guy look good, which he's done his entire career, which would be interesting facet. They've been talking about Randy Orton turning heel, so, there's a lot of interesting things that they actually kind of piece together without actually piecing it together on purpose, but outside of that, I would see Team Foley winning. I have a shitload of heels winning on this card, but I'll go with Team Ziggler, and I see maybe a Miz turn. I think it would make a lot of sense if they did that. I think it would be interesting just to see Miz's face, too, just to get some clean wins. I'd love to see my boy Miz fucking not have to just cheap shot bullshit around everything that he does. But I'll go with the turn maybe, and I see Team Ziggler winning this matchup.
Yeah, you start this out, you have Mick Foley building heat with CM Punk to set up a Survivor Series match.
Mm-hmm. Which could have maybe gone on to TLC, too.
For the Survivor Series pay-per-view.
Mm-hmm.
Then you've got Dolph Ziggler with his money in the bank, but actually creating a little heat with Cena.
Yep.
And so WWE goes like, we don't have enough to fill out a card, so we're going to make it a triple threat match. And oh, by the way, the Survivor Series pay-per-view, we're still going to have a Survivor Series match, but we're going to have Dolph Ziggler against Team Mick Foley. And you people are buying it? Am I the only one here going like, holy shit, Vince, stop banging me in my ass for my $54.95 every freaking time you can't think of something. This is ridiculous to me. And if it were to me, and if he didn't do this show, I'll be dead honest with you, I might fight not to get this pay-per-view. After what I saw at the end of Hell in the Cell with that screw job, and when I mean screw job, I mean screwing me out of my money.
Yep.
This is just ridiculous if you ask me. Literally somebody in their creative department has had a brain fart the last 3 months, and they literally have no idea. Now, was it the injury to Cena before that kind of threw everything into it? But then if it is, that's your fault for having a #1 guy like that be the sole center of your freaking company and not building talent around it.
Yep.
So, that's what I got to say about that. To be honest with you, who wins, I don't really care. If you're building this to build a feud between Foley, that's wrong. You're supposed to build to a Survivor Series pay-per-view, not build something from a stupid match that you could see any day on any of those stupid shows 5 times a week.
I'd like to just find anybody out there, just the father, to find just a knowledge that he just dropped him.
Obviously has no life.
Just probably. He just got done shooting his football show, now we're doing our wrestling show. Yeah. What the fuck ever. But couldn't have said it better myself. Now, before we get to the main event for the WWE Championship, I have a lot of things to get off my chest. I need to mention a thing that has been mentioned outside by all of you with the reaction to what happened this past Monday night on Raw, featuring a segment with the returning Jerry the King Lawler and your WWE Champion CM Punk. First off, I need to say that it is fantastic that Jerry Lawler is back. That he is fully healthy, he's got everything under control, and the surgery that he had after literally dying and coming back to life, and everything that he went through to be able to be back 2 months later and be back behind the broadcast table is absolutely amazing, and thankful that he's back and he's healthy and he's able to be back in WWE. Awesome to see that. But what I need to go on to say now is the reaction that everybody had to this. It wasn't what WWE did. It wasn't what, went down and everything. It's the reaction that all of the people out there had to this segment and what CM Punk and WWE ended up throwing out there and CM Punk did, with obviously talking about and mocking Jerry Lawler's heart attack, saying that it was a good thing that he got out of the ring because I would have killed you this time, and hopefully he doesn't croak, and faking like that Paul Heyman had a heart attack, and reviving him back, and saying all this stuff about this and that. That was fucking genius. And for you people out there to just fully believe in your stupid, douchey-ass, self-righteous fucking minds that you're just, we have to talk about what's good and can't talk about what's bad. Do you realize what you're watching, people? This is professional wrestling. This shit happens all the time, and since wrestling has started, it's just a part of the fucking show, people, and you people just overemphasize and over-dramatize and just are so sensitive to what everybody says. And just another thing that I need to fucking get out is all these people that are saying all this shit. Oh, it's so terrible. It's so distasteful what he said. Where's all those people that said that want the attitude back in wrestling, that want the fucking controversy and the edginess back in wrestling? What the fuck do you think this is? That's fucking edginess. That's CM Punk. That's exactly what he's going to do every time, and I guarantee as soon as he figured out that he was going to be able to talk about this, and everybody knew what was going on. Don't tell me like, oh, he went out there, Jerry Lawler had no clue. I was like, are you fucking retarded? It's professional wrestling, people. This shit happens all the time, and CM Punk loved the fact that he got to go out there and cut that promo. He'd do it again, and knowing that the reaction that he got out of that, he fucking loves it, and he want everybody to think exactly what all of you think, because that's what he's trying to do, is get a reaction from you, and he's the best at doing it. That's why he's the best in the world, on the microphone, in the ring, whatever the hell you want him to do. He's the best, because he'll get all you to fucking bitch about it, because he's a realist. He's going to go out there and say whatever the fuck he wants, because that's just how he is. He's not going to out there shoving rainbows and lollipops up your ass. He went out there and shoved a fucking chainsaw and a machete up your ass. That's what he's going to do. He's going to throw some fucking dose of reality at your ass, because that's just how it is. So fucking wise up and stop fucking being little bitches about everything. It just annoys the shit out of me. Just people, just massive ass marks. That's really just the definition of what it is. Just believing every little thing they see, and it's not right to do that. Shut the fuck up. It's, God, it just irritates me. That was fucking genius, and I hope he starts talking about it again. Do you want to talk about it?
You need to watch your mouth.
No, I don't. It pisses me off.
It's funny, you were saying that the whole time, and we had talked about this just a little bit the other day. He wasn't here, I was actually watching a football game too, but I actually turned the volume up on this one because I knew it was coming.
Yeah.
And the only reason I knew it was coming is I don't think it's so much because of CM Punk, which, I'm great he actually built a lot of heat off this, because
he doesn't need it either. He could literally go out there and do whatever the hell he wants.
But
he doesn't need
this was all Jerry Lawler. I can tell you that for 99.9%. He might be the king of trying to draw the actual reality of real life into this business as the entertainment side. Yep. It goes all the way back to the Andy Kaufman thing, which happened, good Lord, whoever's watching this probably wasn't even born when that happened. It goes back, I don't know if y'all remember when Jerry the King Lawler's mother died. They worked that right in the storyline within 2 days after his mother died. Now, I could see if it were me personally having a problem like that, I'd be like, yeah, come in, that'd be great. Yeah, tell him how you almost killed me. But man, he even let it do with his mother. So, that's all Jerry the King Lawler. Trust me, he had no problem with it, and I am 99.9% sure that was his idea. He probably even brought it up, said, hey, Punk, come over this like this. Yeah. That's all part of the storyline, and it built a lot of heat, which was great. I was entertained by it. Like I said, when you watch wrestling, if you're not taking it as your entertainment at the entertainment
This
value.
wasn't a guy outside of a hospital mocking a guy who just had heart. This is professional wrestling. If you didn't like what CM Punk did, you're not a fucking professional wrestling fan. That's just flat out. And don't tell me that, oh, you don't understand the situation. Motherfucker, I was born with heart problems. I had heart surgery when I was 12 years old, and I'd be having open heart surgery if I didn't have that surgery. I don't want to fucking hear that shit. I love that, and it was fantastic. I was standing right next to fucking CM Punk as he said that. Because if I was alive, I'd have been laughing my ass off, because that was just genius. It was fucking awesome, and I hope he does it. Keeps talking about it. He is keep talking about it on Twitter, because all you people are still bitching about it. He'll keep talking about it. That's exactly what he wants. He wants your reaction, and he'll get it every single time, because you have bad old fucking sheep walking around like a bunch of retards. That's what he'll get out of you. He could pull it out of you like he's pulling just shit out of
the people that are watching this, though.
No, you guys are smart. A lot of you guys are smart.
I was like, people that are watching this are probably doing the same thing, but it's the other
stupid as shit.
I think I know what you're talking about when you see these people.
It's just so gullible, and just all of society. Just fucking wise up. Just get a dose of reality up your ass. Which, whatever. That'll fade in now to the WWE Championship Triple Threat matchup featuring your champion, reigning, defending for over 360 days, CM Punk going up against John Cena and Ryback. Obviously, we talked about it in the traditional Survivor Series match. They switched it all up to make it a triple threat. That's what I thought they were going to do, natural progression from what happened at Hell in a Cell. I thought that made sense there. And just another, just thinking right straight ahead, common sense here, people. What was the game plan? Number one plan going into Survivor Series was going to be a traditional Survivor Series match with CM Punk on a team not defending his championship, which means they had plans moving forward with WWE with the WWE Championship still on CM Punk. So you don't think they're going to change it up here? They didn't change it up because they wanted to put on Ryback or John Cena. They changed it up because they didn't think it was going to sell well. So now you're going to continue with the WWE Champion being CM Punk, because that's exactly what they're going to do here. I don't see them giving it to Ryback. Don't see them giving it to Cena. If they give it to Ryback, it'll just be flipped right back on Punk before going into Royal Rumble in January. But it's not going to happen. He's going to retain the championship. You people are going to hate it, a lot of you out there, as we said, not all of you, after what happened. So despicable. Do you know who CM Punk is? Jesus, good Lord. Yeah, so he'll retain. He'll probably retain at TLC, and then he'll probably drop it at Royal Rumble. It looks like that kind of game plan is heading towards that. But this one should be interesting. Obviously, thank God John Cena's in there, so it's not just Ryback, and they have to find some way out of it. I don't know how this is going to end, quite frankly. It could be a whole lot of shenanigans again, but in the end, your winner and still WWE Champion, the best in the world, CM Punk.
Yeah, it scares me a little bit about the 365 days on that day.
God, it is going to be beautiful. We're going to have a party.
Well, I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I don't know if they switch it from here, but like you were saying, I don't know where they could go from this without CM Punk winning and it being entertaining. I'm not saying that because I want CM Punk to win. I'm just saying that if anybody else wins, I'm going to be like, what the hell just happened?
True.
But I'm really glad John Cena is back,
Yep.
actually. He's going to make this match a hell of a lot better, a hell of a lot more entertaining. Ryback, like I said, the Hell in the Cell thing, I don't think that was his fault. That was the way they were trying to get out of that without anybody losing face. And that's the only thing that happened on that one. So here they might actually get a little bit of chance. Now, the only other thing I can think of that could really just screw this match up would be this AJ thing. Because you saw her little, all of a sudden going like, oh, John.
The voicemails.
Hey, John.
John, I think we should be together.
I'm talking about the other part where at the end she goes, well, you know.
Oh, yeah. What do you mean? You mean not together?
So I don't know if she comes down, screws John Cena up, something like that happens, CM Punk wins.
God, what if she came down, screwed over Cena and went with Punk? Would that not be just so outstanding?
So I'm actually just looking forward to this one. I'm just going to be a fan. I'll say CM Punk wins, but I'm looking forward to this one. This is the one match that it better be worth freaking $54.95. That's all I gotta say, because this is the only one that's worth watching right now. So,
yeah, hopefully we could get out of more of what's just on paper right now, get some surprises, get some interesting twists and turns here and there. Hopefully we get that, because on paper it looks like it's going to need to over-deliver with what it's got here. But this one I'll wrap up, our WWE Survivor Series 2012 preview. Be sure to check out our review after the pay-per-view Sunday. For my father, Beat Eddie J, I'm J-Man, and thank you for watching another edition of Pro Wrestling Pulse, the Pulse, professional wrestling world.